Okay, I'm going to show you a really cool campaign that I've been involved in, and I thought I wanted to talk to you about this. Now, I've been involved in this campaign for a little bit now, and I want to share this with you because I want you to know that this works for different campaigns as well. It works for different types of market and interest. But before we go there, let me just quickly show you this thing here. So I was on AliExpress and I was searching for Game of Thrones. Now, at the moment as I'm recording this, we just had the finale for Game of Thrones, season finale, and there are a lot of products. I mean, basically, Game of Thrones is all over. Like it's heating up like crazy, and let me just tell you this: this is great opportunity to start selling um, Game of Thrones merchandise, but you gotta be very careful about how you sell. Now, if you have no idea about Game of Thrones, don't go in there. Don't test this out, okay? But let's say if you are good with other TV shows, then you use that, okay? Or other movies, use that, okay? If you don't know Game of Thrones, this isn't for you because you're not gonna understand what I'm about to say. Now, and basically, we're gonna come out here and source for some products, and we can't sell t-shirts because t-shirts are really expensive, as you can tell. Look at this. This is a little bit too much, $7.64. So we need to go for something that it's a little bit more interesting, like this one here. So if you watch Game of Thrones, you know this is the seal for Targaryens, the House of Targaryen, and this one here is the seal for House Stark. Okay, their prices is okay, not bad. Okay, about $2 and 5-star reviews, always good, and this is something that we can sell. Okay, now we can put it up on our Shopify store, we can put it up on our website, on ClickFunnels, whatever it is, and sell something like this. Okay, I'm going to use stock as an example because stock is literally the most popular house and they are the good guys. Okay, so people tend to root for the good guys, so if you want to support them, if you want to use this niche, it makes more sense. Now, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about unless you're a fan of Game of Thrones or you watch Game of Thrones, because I saw another one right here. Let me see. uh, they are saying something related to let me check, let me show this to you. Yeah, okay. This is this one. Okay, House Bolton, our blades are sharp, Dreadfort. Okay, now House Bolton are basically the bad guys on the show. So if you don't have no idea what Game of Thrones is, you never watched Game of Thrones, so if you go in here and you start selling this and you're wondering why, how come the reach is good but how come it cannot sell, how come it doesn't convert, that is why it doesn't convert, because Bolton are the bad guys in the show, and people tend not to want to align themselves with the Boltons. People like Starks a lot. Okay, so you can search for it. Like for this one here, this is just too expensive at $30. So I like to look for products that are really cheap, below $3, and pendants and necklaces and bracelets. Even though they are not a neat product, but they do convert very well. So that's why we're looking at this 40-gram stuck seal, which is a necklace. They got the two version here, but this is gonna sell better because this one here is the color in the show. This one here is just another option. Okay, the gold one is another option. So you can tell that they got a silver one here. It's $1.44, and what I would do is I would go on Facebook, and instead of just targeting Game of Thrones, which you can, but the reach might be a little bit huge. Now, I always tell my students, if you can target another country, it would be best. So, for example, let's say I want to target a country that watches Game of Thrones. Let's say I don't want to target the tier one country. Tier one countries are New Zealand, Canada, Australia, US, UK. So I'm gonna go for a little bit outside of that. Let's try, but I want English speaking country as well. So I'm gonna go try Singapore. Okay, and Singapore is a small country, so this might backfire. So, but we will see how it goes because I'm curious as well. So I'm just gonna type in stock. Okay, see what stock we get. So these are all the characters inside the movie. So I'm gonna put Arya stock. We have Sansa stock. We have Ned stock. Okay, see if they have House of stock. No House of stock. Okay. So these are the people with interest here. The reach is looking pretty good. Okay, now let's go to this. 370,000 Singaporeans, okay, they know these three stocks, okay. So people who know these characters, they will like the House of Stock. So I will advertise on Facebook too this offer here, and the way I'll do it is that I will not send them straight to like a shopping mall kind of e-commerce store. I will send them to one page that sells one product, okay, which is this one here. So I'll maybe buy a domain name like houseofstockfans.com, house of stock merchandise.com, and you'll be just selling this one for now. And when I see that it converts really well, what I'll do is that I'll find all the products of House of Stock, okay, and I will offer to the people who bought this as well as the people who landed on my website, okay. So this one here you can see, and then we have this t-shirt is okay, but it's a bit too expensive, below $3 I like. So this one here is alright, $3.89, okay. So I will look at the products like that. I also look for Targaryen, because Targaryen, which is the dragons, they are sort of like quite popular in the show as well. Okay, now you might be thinking, Desmond, this only applies for Game of Thrones. Now, not really. It applies for video games as well. So if I search for Zelda Ocarina, okay, so Zelda is the game, and this is one of the things inside the game. I don't play the game, so you can go look for cheap ones. So these are all slightly quite expensive, but this can be sold for a higher price, of course, because this is an actual flute. Okay, so you can actually sell this. Look for a cheap one, maybe below $10, below $9 would be good. Okay, and if you ask me if there's any other examples, so think about it. What else is popular? Walking Dead is another very popular show, and you can sell like either some of this, but these are expensive. So I would look for something that that people want to align to, and that's what's great about Game of Thrones, because people want to align to the houses or the clubs or the the groups inside the show. Okay, so this one not so much, but you get what I mean. So this is just a quick strategy on how you can do it. And as I say, I'm selling a stock necklace, and I would be targeting these people here who likes who are from the stock family, and I will be targeting in Singapore. Okay, now I'm gonna just, since I'm here anyway, I'll just teach you guys how to target. I would just quickly go on where is it? Okay, I will not target 18 years old. I'll target about 23 years old and older. Let's see if the reach is good. Okay, the reach is pretty good still, 280,000 people. So and I'll sell it now. There's a few lessons you can learn from this video. Number one, I don't target the top 5 countries because clicks are gonna be expensive. As we know, with selling physical products, everything is about a margin. If your margin is not nice, it might be problematic. Okay, now if Halloween is coming up, you can actually sell something like this. This is she is part of Game of Thrones. You can sell an outfit like this. Okay, a bit expensive for sure. It's very hard to make money, but I do not recommend you to run Facebook ads and land them straight away on this page. I suggest you from selling from selling this necklace here, you're gonna build a list. So maybe you sell 100 of this necklace. You don't make a ton of money doing it, but you have 100 people who bought from you who are fans of Game of Thrones. So you can email them, especially to the women in the group, and sell this, okay, through emails instead of through Facebook, because you don't want to spend advertising dollars, okay. And sometimes AliExpress will recommend you other similar products as well. Let me see if they have it. Yeah, they do have it. They have cheaper options as well. As you can see, the Targaryen costume, all this kind of stuff. So you can get creative. You can just come up here and check it out. I think you're gonna learn something here, and I hope you enjoyed this quick video of this Game of Thrones campaign. It's been doing very well. Margin is a little bit hard because keywords a bit expensive, because physical products, the margin is not that great. But in terms of sales, pretty good, pretty hard, and this is something that you can do.